everyone, yeah, I'm heinki, and I'm gonna show you Deus Ex, like always, I feel. I mean, I don't know how many times I've shown it, but yeah, I've shown it many times at this point. Anyways, less talking, more running, 3, 2, 1, let's go! Alright, so first of all, Deus Ex is a very glitch-heavy game. So it's a game from the year 2000 and, well, we broke the game in multiple ways. So there will be a lot of tricks happening, like, oh, hey, first trick, we jump into our brother. Well, that's not a trick, but now is a trick happening. I'm pressing the save button, and I got a save while seeing him in third person. Don't worry about it, this is a trick we will use later, it's called the glitchy save. But first of all, we're gonna get an item. So first of all, here's the box. Well, I couldn't grab it. Oi, please grab the box, thank you. Okay, old strat, I guess. So there's a gas grenade. So instead of doing this Liberty Island, where we need to find the terrorist leader, take care of all the terrorists, JC has a better idea to get back into the headquarters. And that is by getting a gas grenade, throwing it into the corner, and making sure that one of the guards is running out to get some fresh air. Or not, I guess? We wait for a bit. Nope. Then we need to retry. Oops. Took a little detour. But yeah, what? This is like one of the first tricks. So there's a security guard inside the building that gets triggered by the gas grenade. Since the gas spawns inside the building, and when we're doing it correctly and hitting him, then he will open the door for us. What it also could have been is, due to me failing the first trick, it could take a bit longer and the position is not correct. So I'm just gonna do this really quickly once again, which is not a problem since, well, we are still at the start. Also, don't mind the double pistol. That is like another glitch we normally do, but in this case, don't worry about it. So once again, we jump here to our brother, talk with him, just do talking, and then once again, prepare the glitchy save. There you go. So you can see that the glitchy save works if you see the save symbol in third person. That doesn't normally happen when you do a normal run. There you go. Okay. There we have the gas grenade. Once again, now we do a save with like maybe a better position in terms of for the guard. Throw it into the corner. Let's see. There you go. And tada! The guard opens the door for us. And we can go into the headquarters. So normally, the headquarters only opens once you've done the mission, like taking care of the terrorist leader, taking care of the terrorists, finding Günther and whatnot. But we skip that completely and we just go into the headquarters, as I mentioned. So here, this is like still like a little tutorial area. The game is like introducing you to action combat, like weapons, stealth, and your choices that they have, like, well, they change and that you can choose your choices, basically. We don't care about that at all. We just take some items, throw them away because they're not useful for the speedruns. But we're looting this corpse because they have something very important. Throwing knives. So we got 2, which is perfect. So first of all, now that we got our ammunition, our basic equipment, we're going to talk with our boss. So, since I don't like to talk with my boss, I do this occasionally. I missed, unfortunately. So what you can do is something called like a conversation skip, that if you're in a conversation, but the AI who's having a conversation with you is getting interrupted, they will stop talking with you, and the game will say like, oh yeah, you finished with the conversation, you can go ahead. So that saves like 3 to 4 seconds if you can execute it. In this case, the throwing knife was missing the boss, so I couldn't skip him, but that's not a problem. You can just, because conversations in Deus Ex are very quick, so all I needed to do is like hold space and we're good to go. Alright, then I'm looting this corpse. There is crossbow ammo. I got 2 shots, that's perfect. AI manipulation, look at that corner, bam, they run away, I can just pass by, easy. So the AI is obviously, as I mentioned before, it's a game from 2000. It's not the greatest to the current era, but it doesn't matter. But what matters is that we have cigarettes and candy bars. Candy bars and cigarettes are both important for the later part of the run. You will see why. But for now, we didn't do anything on this island. We didn't rescue or kill the terrorist leader. We didn't take care of the terrorists. We just sneaked in the headquarters and left, basically. So, yeah, I guess. Or more like, welcome to the speedrun world of Deus Ex. Also, Anna wants to talk with you. I don't want to talk with her. So what I do is I quick save. And because of that quick save animation, she's gonna stay there for a second longer, which allows me to avoid her so that I don't need to talk with her. Also, I'm gonna look at this wall, floor, because the floor is very beautiful, as you can see. Also, there are people shooting. And what I'm doing is a little bit of an AI manipulation, where I managed the AI to not see me. Also, once again, little AI manipulation. Look at that beautiful wall. There you go. And when I go past through that laser by saving and loading, because that allows me to do a step forward. Here's our brother. There you go. He wants to talk with me, but as I mentioned before, I don't like to have conversations in this game because they're slow. I don't want to talk with them, and I don't care about their feelings at all. So the moment they start a conversation, I just throw a throwing knife, and then they leave you alone. Also, one of the earlier weapons we take for the run, which you have already seen, is the gap gun. The gap gun is not the best weapon to do a silent takedown on Mandarin, but it is a great weapon to do explosions. Also, I need to go here. Oh no, what's going on? Ah! Oh no! I got sniped. That's not cool. Okay. There you go. So, what I did is a so-called Phoenix glitch. And also that guy just disappears, don't worry. Also, I'm looting my own body. And when I smoke some cigarettes, don't smoke people. That kills you. And when I go back and forth, and you can see that I have a full inventory of weapons. And that is very necessary because now we have all the weapons on all the items for the rest of the run. Also, my everything's a bit wonky now, but that is okay. I'll just quickly sort it myself. Something like that. Yeah, that's okay. All right. So what I did there is something called the Phoenix glitch. What you can do is, if you die and you see your corpse in third person, you save and load, and then you're alive again. So what I do is, I basically die with a certain amount of weapons and equipment. Oi, what's going on? Why can't I do something simple as a grenade jump? Okay, what's going on? Oh, that is super weird. Okay, game, please. What? I swear, this trick is very simple to do, so I don't know why I'm dying getting the boost. There you go. Okay. Let me try again. Oi. Okay, this is a bit ridiculous. As I mentioned before, this trick is not very hard, and I even managed to get it, but I'm dying for some reason, and this is how it's supposed to look like. But it doesn't matter. We're gonna continue. So what we did was the so-called Phoenix glitch, which allows us to basically duplicate our body with all the items in our body. And if you go into a transition zone, you can load your weapons from the stack. So, or from the cache basically. So the weapon remembers which items you had before dying, and then it just gives them back to you. So this allows us to get all the items we need immediately at the start. And there's another trick which is coming up, or which I already did, which is called duping. So there were only 2 grenades, only 2 medkits or 4 medkits, and 7 biocells. And well, as you can see now, I have 30 medkits. I have like, there you go. This is how you... Yeah, okay, I don't know why it didn't work in that corner, and I can't see anything. Okay.
Good job, JC.
Yeah, the game is very dark, so just turn the lights on. This is like a problem with the brightness, but it's okay, we can manage without. So anyways, so what happened? Basically, if you have an item, or if you have 2 items, that is the prerequisite to do the duping glitch, you can throw it away, pick it up, and if you use something like a mouse wheel, where you can pick up an item multiple times, it will pick up the item multiple times before it disappears. Which means you have like 3 to 4 frames to multiple times pick up an item before it's gone. So in our case, I pick up the energy cell or the medkit or anything else multiple times before it disappears. And that is like pretty good. Like here, bam, now I have 10 cigarettes. I have 4 candy, now I have 11. I have 10 candy, I have 17 candy, right? Makes complete sense. But this trick allows us to do a lot of funky things later on, and also it allows us to not to worry about our supplies at all. But regardless, so we did the first mission, we got our basic equipment, so now we're back into the headquarters. And what we're gonna get now is the speed augmentation. The speed augmentation allows us to, well, go faster, because that's speed. And for that, we need to go to a little medbot, and we got like certain dupes, as you can see in the bottom left, or in the bottom. We have so-called augmentation canisters, and those allow us to upgrade our augmentation. So now we are speedy. This is we're not only doing that for the speed, but also for another trick which is coming up later. Also, I wanted to give flowers to Anna, and it didn't work. So what I can do is, if I give her flowers, she's getting stuck because her AI can't find a path to get through the door or through the plant. But in this case, she got through. There's another trick where you can just throw candy in front of her and then she will get blocked. But, well, for some reason I didn't do it. I guess I'm just getting old and forgot about it. Anyways, we're done with the headquarters once again, and now we're going to the next area. Whew. Alright. So we have our beloved Gap gun. Next trick is coming up. Also, what we did before, which you will see later on, is something called the Deadman Walking. But first, oh no! Welcome to the corpse drop. So what you can do is if you are able to blow up your own body and you just fly through the floor, you have no collision, and that allows you to go through this, well, phone booth. And there will be different occasions where we are gonna do that. Also, as I just mentioned just shortly, we do something with the Deadman Walking, it's called. As you can see, I have negative health. Like, just to show it, I have minus 482 health. And the moment I heal myself up, the AI will not see that I'm alive. That is pretty simple, because the AI is checking if you have more than 0 health. In our case, well, we have negative health, so the game is like, oh yeah, you're dead. But we're not dead, we're still able to run around, and we're gonna abuse that. Also, there's a grenade clip. So we go through the door. Normally, in this game, you need something called keys or nano keys. But we don't want to get all those nano keys because, well, that wastes time. So what we do is something called the grenade clip, where you can throw a grenade underneath your feet, and the moment you save and load while the grenade is like rotating, that rotation is getting applied on your own character. And because of that rotation that is getting applied on your character, okay, you can basically clip through doors. It is important that you clip through doors or through walls and not through the well, out of bounds. That is what I wanted to say, because the developers were smart and they were thinking about saving memory. So everything that goes out of bounds in this game from certain boundaries is getting automatically destroyed, which makes sense. They don't want to allocate any memories, and they want to make sure that nothing is like breaking. But because of that, we can't go out of bounds, because, well, the moment we go out of bounds, we just immediately die. You will see that later on, because there are certain parts where I do the grenade clip, and it is very hard to not get out of bounds. But to that later. First of all, we have running augmentation, we have like all the energy, negative health, we have cigarettes, we have candy bars, we have the law. The law is very important for the next part. My favorite glitch coming up now, we go into the settings, game options. Oh, settings, game options. Getting options, and ta-da! Welcome to the super jump. So we are now out of bounds. We are going the other way into the airport. And how we're doing that is very simple. There's like a collision with a trigger, and we just jump into that, and there you go. We are now in the airport. So how also next trick coming up again. Once again, there's a lot of tricks happening. So we're gonna shoot, and before our law disappears, we keep it. So if you're fast enough, you keep your weapon. And okay, and I spawned. Also, we destroyed the door, and oh, our brother just disappeared. So there's a lot of magic happening. As I mentioned before, I will explain it one by one. So first, the super jump. What do we do? The moment you have an augmentation active and you go into this menu, like what I'm doing right now, it will stack your augmentation. Normally, it doesn't matter because all the other augmentation will have no extra effect. But this super jump works because your speed augmentation is tied to... Wow. Did I save? Yeah. Luckily, I saved. Because your super jump is... Oi. Ah, yeah, I have no super jump. Talking about super jumping. Because your super jump is basically adding your velocity on your jump. Because of that, you can do this. Okay. So now we triggered the helicopter and we're going back to our headquarters. So what did we do afterwards? As I said, there's a small box. The trigger is going outside, so we need to hit the corner and then we're getting loaded inside. That is pretty simple. Then we saw our brother, and as I mentioned before, if you go out of the level before you use your weapon, it will cancel the script from taking your weapon away. And because you canceled the script, it's not getting triggered unless you, well, use the weapon again. So because of that, we can keep the law and we need that for later.
Good.
And what we did there, we did some specific shots where we kill someone in the plane and destroy the door. So we see Anna spawn. And because Anna spawned, we are done with the mission and we can leave. And then Paul disappears and that is like story relevant, but we're doing a speedrun, so we don't care about story right now. Okay, and then we jump. Whoop! Over here. This is like a little mechanic. The moment we have a conversation with Jack, our pilot, we need to jump. And that allows us to skip this animation, which is pretty nice, so we always try to do that. There are some restrictions where you can't do it when you need to have a conversation, because if you don't do that, then, well, you will softlock. But you, as a runner, you just need to know that, otherwise you will be lost. Anyways, so we drop here, we do a little trick like safe loading to decimate our fall damage. When we do the super jump, and then we do a little bit of parkouring. So instead of taking the mission which opens this gate, we are going through the gate by doing the super jump, and that allows us also to keep our friends, well, to let our friends still be friends, because in the next map they'll become our enemies. Also, once again, we do here this trick shot to keep our law because we still need it. Then we go into the menu. Boom, explosion, super jump up here. And we do a bit of hacking. And after this hacking, we're becoming enemies. So Napoleon, Revolution, bam, bam, bam. Take a med kit, and we go now to our brother, who would give us the mission to get here. But we are going back and finish the mission before he's giving it to us. Because the trigger to finish the mission is already there. And it's pretty neat. So we still have a bit of time until we get to our brother, so you can read a donation.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. We got 10 euros from Jack the Heart saying, "You mechs may have copper wiring to reroute your fear of pain, but I got nerves of steel."
Good quote.
Thanks,
good
Jack.
Quote. Yeah, thanks, man. And hey. All right. So, oops. I was too fast, but it's fine. I saved. So now we need to hit the trigger.
Your buddy. Good.
By stutter stepping in, and then we're smoking and dying, and now we're doing the glitchy save, and what is going on? Ah, all the tricks! Oh no, I don't like this window, I'm saving, and okay. So what is going on? So, first of all, this scene, we have to die. Also, nice, we got through. So, we have to die there, but we don't want to die by the enemies, so we just smoke and die immediately, so we can just leave, which is pretty handy. So then we get into prison. But if you get into prison in this game, it will take away all of your items and all your entire inventory. So you need to find it later on in the inventory. I don't like people stealing stuff from me, so I'm doing the glitchy save. The glitchy save is the one we did at the start where we saw Paul in third person. And because we do that, the camera is not there anymore. So the game is trying to find a camera in third person, which doesn't exist because, well, you only have it in conversations. And so it will load an error. And because of that error, it will immediately stop the entire script from running through. So the next part of the script would be like, oh yeah, by the way, take the items away. And because we load the glitchy save, it throws an error, and then it's like, well, I guess I will never execute and take his weapons away. Which is nice for us because we keep them, and then we do a grenade clip to get out of prison instead of waiting until someone hacks the prison door for us. Which is very convenient because, well, we want to go fast, so going through the glass door is better. Through the glass window is better than waiting. Okay, my favorite part, Hong Kong. So first of all, there's this thick door. I don't want to get through it, so I'm putting a lamp underneath myself. Then I throw a lamp on top, and ta-da, we're through. And now we go and open the door and leave. And Hong Kong! My favorite music in this game. So yeah, now we're basically enemies, and we have... Oops. Wrong code. There you go. So now we are having a bomb in ourselves, and we need to figure out a way to disassemble it. And of course, we know the people who can do that, so we're gonna do that. So first of all, we do some tricky jumping here to go fast. Then some super hacking by knowing all the codes. Trust me, I'm old, but I still remember those codes. Well, sometimes, maybe, I think, I hope. Then, oops, I was looking too high. And we go like this. There you go. Corpse drop through here, because that is fast. And go here. Get a gun out. He has gap gun ammo. I like the gap gun, so I'm taking his gap gun ammo. Thank you for your service, sir. So now we have 5 more shots. That is important for later. When we go here, do a bit of hacking. Well, hacking. And then we're going to the next part. Since we have a bit of time before the next trick is coming up, go ahead, xoneris.
I absolutely will, thank you. So we got a very generous €50 donation by Xastra, I think, or Xastra, saying, "Why is it always heinki when I see Deus Ex on a marathon, question mark? I don't know, but I certainly enjoy it." And while I quickly have a moment, I would like to remind everybody there's a 4-hour Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver race coming up very soon, where you can name both Magikarps of both players, which then evolve into Gyarados, which will be the main of the rest of the game. The 2 top choices currently are Dexy with €80 and Ringo777 with €20. So that name will be there for a long time. So if you want to see that one, please get your donations in. And thanks again for the generous €50 donation. Back to you, heinki.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you very much. So we did already the next trick while xoneris was doing this. And what we're doing is basically a skill point dupe. So what we can do is we use 3 different saves in this game. So the one we saw already used was the glitchy save, then we have a normal save, and then we have a second, well, quick save basically. And you can chain them so that you use the inventory from the previous saves. And because of that, we keep our old points. Well, we have our points. We can use them. We use a quick save, quick load. The cache will be used. It will use the old allocated values. We keep our new skills. And because of that, we can, well, basically learn all the skills we want. So if I wanted to, I could learn everything. But for the speedrun, we need swimming. And yes, I'm not kidding you. Swimming is not useless in Deus Ex. It's the fastest way to go through this area quickly in Deus Ex speedrunning. Alright, so first of all, this is the biggest game breaker or glitch found in Deus Ex, which allows us to skip a lot of Hong Kong. So all we need to do now is get through this wall painting here, and after that we can basically leave this Hong Kong already. So first of all, quick saving.
Who is that? A Western?
Okay, there you go. Now we're inside, go here. Now we need to go out of bounds. But wait, heinki, you said if you go out of bounds, you die. Well, yes, you normally die, but for some reason, this entire area is considered an interior and not the outside world. So you don't die if you're outside there. For whatever reason, don't ask me, ask the developers. But because of that, we can go out of bounds there and then go out of this area again. So you're wondering, like, why would you even do that? Like, what is the point of doing that? And well, the secret is, there is a trigger that if you go down there and you don't have done this mission where you need to find the clan leader and find the dragon tooth and all these things, the game will consider you haven't finished this mission, and then you're not allowed to leave this mission. But for some reason, if you see the professor under 4 seconds and you haven't done the mission, he will not despawn. And you can reset the render time of a character if you see them. So normally, there's also a difference between the GOG version and the Steam version, just if you're wondering. But if you see him just for a brief second, his render time will be put to 0. And that's why we go out of bounds, to just see him. We just want to see him once. And then the game is like, oh yeah, you saw me, well, render time back to 0. Because normally it's like on 10 seconds or 4 seconds for whatever reason. But as mentioned, we figured that out. We saw him, everything's fine, we can go to him, and now we do the next trick. So we go to the pub, get some information. We go to this guy, get some information. Then we jump up. I use the glitchy save to skip this conversation. Then I go in position, save load, and oh my god, I'm the helicopter now. Yeah. So what it does is basically I interrupt the script, but you can fix it by saving and loading. Then it will just continue from the last point. In this time, or in this case, it will think like, okay, you finished the conversation where you got the information, and then it will just spawn jog and you can go to the next area. Once again, more super jumping, get the gap gun out. Then we do a jump here, and now we're going to the ship. So there's a little trick I need to do. So, oops, I don't need to jump. I want my corpse to lighter. This is important because, well, I need to loot my own stuff later on. Always sounds weird, but yes, we need to do that. And then we go here, and as I mentioned before, there you go. We keep our items, our stack, that is important. But I'm gonna go for safety here. Get the candy bar out, and I stay in the dead man walking, so the enemies think I'm dead. And that's why we need the candy bars. Okay, so we have our gap gun. And now we can destroy the ship from inside without the AI even knowing that we're here. Also, there's like a little thing I haven't explained before, why I'm saving and loading while I'm in the dead man walking state, and that is that you can't interact with anyone or anything. You also can't pick up items anymore. And maybe you have seen it. There was like a brief moment where I was like stuck in third person when I went to have a conversation or with a helicopter. And that is because I used the dead man walking, and if you are dead and the game is like having a conversation, it checks your health, as I mentioned before. And because the game is like, oh no, you are dead, so I need to put you in third person so you can see your character spinning, you will soft lock. But obviously we know our way to work around it by just saving and loading. So you can unlock it, but you need to be careful with that, because at certain points, if you do the safe loading, you can break the entire script of the game, and then you will basically have to reset because, well, you can't do anything. Wow, it's so dark I can't see anything. There you go. I do a law shot. That is why we need the law, because the law is, first of all, huge explosion and huge damage. We don't care about the damage, we care about the explosion, so we're using that. Oops. Almost passed by. Then we shoot here. Also, we need to destroy 5 volts and hack one computer to reverse the pump. Because we did already all of that, the ship is sinking, and now we need to run as soon as possible. You can hear the alarm is going on. Oops, I did... Oh no! Okay. Well, there is this shake which can happen that is completely normal. Also, I needed only one super jump, and we got it this time. And then we're just gonna leave. So the ship is already done. So we are done here, and now we just need to pass by my biggest fan. Haha. Never getting old of that joke. And what we're gonna do before we leave this area, we are looting our own body and have all the double ammunition in the world. So we don't need to dupe anything anymore, which is very convenient. Alright, shortest level in Deus Ex coming up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a super jump over this door, destroy a generator. Then I'm having a quick conversation with a dude here. I forgot the name, not important.
The gate.
Dude, talk with me. Thank you. And now I'm going up here, and not only did we dupe our inventory, we also dupe our pilot. So we see him fly away and take us off at the same time. Pretty good. Also, I'm talking so much that my throat is getting dry. Alright. So shortest
Maybe
level...
you should hydrate.
Stay hydrated, people. I don't have a class here. It's fine. I'll worry about it later. It's not... The run is not that long anymore, so we'll be good. Anyways, so now we're getting something called the rifle skill. This is important for later. I only got one, but that's not a big deal. I can get more later. If... Like, best case would have been that I have it already, but, well, we didn't get it, so it's fine. Then we shoot this, and we're going to the labyrinth. Or the catacombs, I mean, sorry, not... Well, the catacombs is a labyrinth, basically. So, how this works, or what we did in the old run... Thank you very much. Stay hydrated, people. I got a glass of water. Thank you, Lots of S. Shoutouts to Lots of S. a little fun fact, in 2014, he was helping, I can't remember, my first run of Deus Ex, and he did not mercy kill it because, well, I was a pretty noob in this, and I went overestimate. So yeah, I mean, Xoneris can talk about overestimate a lot at this point.
Wow.
Roasted on stream. You're welcome.
I'm just doing hosting job and I got roasted for estimates.
Oh well. Anyways, yeah.
I appreciate you, heinki.
I appreciate you as well. I would do a hard if I could, but I have to go fast. Wait, there. Okay. Alright. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, Labyrinth. We do a couple of clips and go through a labyrinth. Don't mind about that. So now we're going party in La Porte de l'Enfer. Something French. The French left those, unfortunately, so I can't ask them what it means. Alright. So we go party and we go with a boom. Hey! I'm a dad. I'm allowed to do these bad jokes, okay? Alright. Regardless, so we need to talk with this woman. So, okay, and we're done and we can leave this area. And of course, because of the explosion, everyone is like starting to panic now. But we don't care because, well, we're done partying and we're not going to leave. So there's the lady again. Lady. Okay, and we leave. And stay hydrated. Alright. So, because we're scared of women in this game, or we don't want to talk in general, we just jump so that she doesn't talk with us, and then we go over the roof so that she can't follow us. Because what you don't see is that this mansion we just jumped over is locked, so you can't enter it. Oh no! Oh, it's okay. I need to do one more. So she needs to run around the house now to follow us, because her AI is set to talk with us, so she will follow us until the end, but we don't care. And now we're going to do a trick. First we throw a lamb and then boop. Oops. That didn't work, but it's fine. Once again. Oops. So this is a new setup for this trick. This was pretty hard to execute because it was like very precise and you needed to get a certain rotation to get through. Unfortunately, I'm not getting my own setup here. Or not my setup, but the one which was found. There you go. I was aiming way too high. That's why it didn't work. So what I'm doing is I go in the animation where, there you go, JC wants to put a lamb or wants to throw the lamb, and then I throw 2 lambs immediately, and because of that I can just stay on top and get through here and just skip the entire mansion part. It didn't work that, or it didn't go that well, but it's still acceptable and faster, because the alternative would be to take a box from the mansion over there, which is like 20 seconds slower. So with all those fails, I would be still faster. Also, oh, wow, I Mario stomped him. Oops, I'm sorry. Anyways, so we do a precise shot here, and why did I take my super jump away? That was stupid. Now I need to reassign it. So we go over here. Our good friend Günther. Hi, bye. I didn't hit him. He's still alive. But he doesn't talk with us. Okay, bye. Well, you survived this time, Günther. So normally we shoot him because he will come over to you and talk with you, and he has a flamethrower. And those flames will never distinguish until you have a level transition or you jump into water. Well, and we got lucky because he didn't follow us, so we are all good. So he can survive. My German fellow can survive. Alright. Then we do a little super jump, and now we go and take the metro. Also, 33? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna show you what someone I know, or shoutouts to both of us, called C-movie plot. Well, everyone knows that scene, or from the memes from Deus Ex, what is gonna happen, so I'm gonna showcase it too, and I will be just quiet when we get there. But first of all, we need to get there. So we go over here, do a little grenade clip. Yeah, and that is what I mentioned before. We went out of bounds, outside of the boundaries of the level, and that's why we immediately die. There you go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, there is a fake mechanic here on the right.
Just looking.
So we shoot him. We don't need to loot him, but it's fine. And enjoy the cutscene.
Something about that guy didn't smell right. You better double check your systems. What did he work on?
The fuel system. Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. This isn't right.
What isn't?
Oh my God, JC, a bomb.
A bomb.
A bomb!
It's remote control.
Thank you lots of
Hold on.
hours. Okay, well, here you go. This is where the origin of a bomb happens. And if you're still confused, don't worry about it. We're gonna continue with a run. Because you're gonna get more confused of the next scene. So what we're gonna do now is, first of all, we don't need a pistol anymore. Bye-bye. Then we take the rifle, which was what I mentioned before. Then we do a little setup here. Turn over. Then we're gonna take the rifle. We need that skill there. And then we're gonna shoot that lamp. Die, lamp. I don't like you. And you don't like me, unfortunately. Okay. Let's try again. Come on. There you go. And yeah, we're done. Okay, so what is going on here at all? So normally in every map there is an end level trigger, and that end level trigger gets only activated when you're done with a main mission. So what is going on here? Well, the developers forgot to turn it off, and you can trigger it by either having yourself jumping into that or having collision with that object or with that trigger. In this case, bullets have collision, so we can shoot into that trigger, and if we're lucky enough that the bullet will hit it, then, well, we can just jump in there and destroy it. Also, now we need to rescue a hostage, and we are really, really good at rescuing hostages, so I'm just gonna throw this lamp down there. Oh no, the hostage is dead! How could that happen? Oh! Where's the last save? Okay, I need to do that again. It's not too bad. But yeah, the hostage is dead. Oh no, how could that happen? Well, we do it on purpose because the moment she dies... I forgot the name. Was it Nicolette? I think it was Nicolette. Oh no, Tiffany. Yeah, Tiffany it was. So the moment Tiffany dies, we can just leave this area. And that's what we're doing. So she dies and then the AI or Jock is like, well, you're the worst rescuer everywhere, of all time. Anyways, let's continue. And so we just go to the next map, which is the sub base. Flying into the horizon. Okay, first thing first. Wait. Super jump over this thing here. Then we stack some more super jumps. Very important. Then we do a little bit of AI manipulation. Well, not really AI manipulation, but like avoidance. Jump on this little roof here. We need to... Oh. Yeah, I panicked a bit, but it actually worked fine, which is good. What? Okay, I got sniped. That is fine. I have the save file prepared. Yeah, because I went to the right side, I was like too slow. Also, I'm just gonna get that candy. Now we should be fine. And now we're doing another corpse drop, because why would I take the elevator if it's faster to just drop to the last floor? Okay, there you go. Then I'm gonna take my food to heal myself, and now the AI thinks I'm dead, which is great, because, well, that allows us to go fast. Then I go here, do a bit of hacking. Tech Sharkman. And now we open the doors here. So we need to take the submarines later on to escape from here. And that is very, very important because you can't leave this area if you don't open the door. Also here, Ocean Guard, Hurricane. And as you can see, there's a little bit of animation once you start or trigger it. And that allows us to basically run away from it, which is pretty nice. Bye-bye turret. Jump over here. Okay, here I need to do a bit of quick save loading, because these shots will insta-kill me as I have 0 health and I don't want to die. And now we are on the other side. Put a grenade, save load, and voila. We are through here. Then we heal ourselves so we are not getting seen by these little friends. Oops. Always put it wrongly. 5690. And now the next room is pretty bad. So there's electricity happening. Yeah, and as you can see, we have 0 health. So it will hit us a couple of times and we die multiple times, which is unfortunate, but hey, as long as we save in the correct point and we don't quick save, quick load too quickly and get into a death loop, we are fine. Okay, when we do another clip, ta-da! I can't see anything. Well, the blue window or the blue overlay helped me actually to see. Then we drop down here. There's another turret. Okay, there you go. Then I open this door and once again we do a corpse drop. So I put the elevator down because this time we need to take the elevator up again. So it is important to do that. Then there's a gas grenade. The gas grenade is, well, pretty bad because it does health damage and we have 0 health. So we would be pretty much soft locked in that moment. I don't want that to happen. And now we have to do a bit of more hacking. So first of all, we need to go up here. Whoop. Save load. Ta-da. We arrived. Hackerman. Skywalker. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. We are done. We go down here. Do a bit of a super jump so we don't get any fall damage. And now we can leave. So this was the sub base. The sub base is pretty fast if you can do it. Also, I have to wait for this info link, otherwise we can't continue to the last map. And now we need to wait for the elevator because, well, it will block us. And if I stand underneath, it will squash us. So I don't want to get squashed. So I'm waiting here. Thank you very much. And whoop. There you go. Elevator Express. Then we jump over here. We do a little trick by throwing... No, not sticking. Throwing, please. Throw? Throw? There you go. By throwing the gas EMP grenade on the floor, rotating ourselves out of this window, and then swimming back to the subway, so we don't need to take this entire detour back here. Unfortunately, you could ask, hey, why don't you do it the other way around and go from here over into the last area then, because you're opening the door already, right? Well, you can't use any of your weapons when you're underwater, which is a big issue, so you can't use or do anything. So you can do it only in reverse, which is like unfortunate, unless you find a way, which would be awesome because that allows us to save even more time. But I haven't seen anyone find anything about that. Would be sick, but I don't think so. Regardless, so once again, we go over here and do the same thing. Oh, oops. I need my speed augmentation. Oh, oi. There you go. Once again, clip through and bye-bye. Yeah, this was the sub base. Next coming up is Missile Silo. This is one of another broken map where all we need to do is kill the right NPC for the speedrun and then you can immediately leave. But that shot we need to do is very precise, so we gotta see if we can pull it off or not.
I was going to... Let's go.
Okay. And then we take job and leave. This is another reason why we need to have the lamb. The law, I mean, not the lamb. Because the law is very powerful and has a huge blast radio. So let's see. So first of all, super jump. Go over here, go over there. And now we're shooting through this trapdoor. So let me align because this thing is precise. Nope, the explosion was too early. Didn't hear that. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Second try is pretty good. I'm very happy with that. So this trick is really precise. You need to shoot through this drop door. And at the bottom is the enemy you need to kill. So what you do is you need to shoot for like 5 floors, hit the ground floor at a certain angle so that the explosion radius hits him and then kills him. If you don't do that in that position, he will survive and, well, you need to either run around through the map the intended way or you do it like this. Also, this is not how you do it. Okay, so first of all, throw the... No, that's also wrong. Throw the lamb, clip into this big door. If I could see something. It's very dark. But that is a game issue. Okay, once again. Well, I got out of bounds. or inside the door, but not the way I wanted it. Oh, that looked good, but I was too quick. Okay, there you go. We're inside Area 51 now. So this is why you, or this is what you missed when you didn't go there for that raid thing, which happened 2 years ago? When was it? I don't remember. Anyways, this is where you have to go and what you will find. But yeah, first of all, we need to go through here. And yeah, we're getting almost to the end. So first of all, we need to do a bit of parkouring because there's once again electricity coming. Then once again, deadman walking. Very useful trick. And we put that over here. Safe loading so that we can throw the EMP grenade. Come on. Please rotate me out of bounds. Please. There you go. Bye-bye.
What you think's right, JC.
Then we take a candy bar. And now we wait. So this is like the best example how you can show the deadman walking. They don't even know that you're next to them. See, I throw candy at them, they don't react. Pretty rude. Here's some cigarettes. Okay. Then we go over here, have a little conversation. And yeah, time is coming up soon, so make yourself ready. So first of all, little hacking, 201. Go over there. There's an engineer. He wants to talk with you. I don't want to talk with him, so I'm spooking him. And then I shoot him. And then I get an ending by pressing this button, which is enclosed, and time. Yeah. So, little fun fact, the ending of Deus Ex is literally a button press. So, what you can do, the casing is not solid, like going through. So if you look at a certain angle, you can just press the button without doing the mission and finish the game. Yeah, and that's what we do. Anyways, this was Deus Ex, any percent. I hope you enjoyed it, hope you liked it. Little hiccup at the start, but that, well, that can happen, that is AI for you. And yeah, it's a masterpiece, a lot of fun. I can recommend it casually. If you want to play it casually, there is the revision mod. If you want to try a randomizer run of this, with like a different experience of the original Deus Ex experience, I can recommend that. And if you want to learn the Deus Ex run, there's a Discord for it, there's information on speedrun.com and a lot of tutorial videos, so yeah, there's a lot of information. Yeah, I'm heinki, that's it from my side. Enjoy the rest of the marathon and see you next time. Bye-bye!
Alright, thank you so much, heinki. Proud of you not going over estimate.
I'm not you, sorry.
Unfortunately not, no. But yeah, thank you very much, heinki. We'll be jumping into a quick intermission, and when we come back, we'll get to see some fast-paced action by Etienne with Fury. So please don't go anywhere.